Good morning. Morning of day 8. Yesterday was our big day so far on the trail. We didn't get here till late. I would say about 8:45. So it was just after dark. So we had to set up in the dark and all that. But we're sitting on the other side of Bear Ridge, looking down into Bear Creek drainage. And right now I'm looking at Seven Gables being lit up by the sunrise. And that's where we're heading today. The JMT will be heading down into the drainage here, running up along Bear Creek. And then we'll leave the JMT. The JMT continues up towards the right and up and over Selden Pass. And we're going to turn left just before Seven Gables and run up that canyon and up into Bear Lakes Basin and do a little bit more off trail, and eventually come out over Paiute Pass into Bishop for a resupply. So that's the plan for today. I'm just trying to get up and get started. Again, there are thunderstorms forecast for today, so we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully one of these days that the thunderstorms finally clear out. I think tomorrow, when I check the forecast, tomorrow is supposed to be clear, but we'll see about that. And you can see we're pitched here in a sandy bench among these granite slabs. Pretty close quarters last night when we came in, but ended up being a very comfortable spot. Boys are still not getting up, but they move faster than I do, so I'm not worried about it yet. So this is our view down, and then through the trees over there. We got Seven Gables. And there's a closer look at Seven Gables. Pretty impressive. Go slow. Okay, we're at the the famous Bear Creek crossing, which is one of the more challenging crossings, or it can be one of the more challenging crossings on the JMT. But we don't have to take it, because this is where we split off again. We've got a nice break on the rocks, and we're gonna head up the Seven Gables Trail up here, which is it's a trail that eventually peters out into a used trail and eventually just disappears altogether. And that's going to be our afternoon. So stay tuned. Should be fun. Well, it definitely didn't take long for the storm clouds to form. So we're making our way up Seven Gables Trail. And yeah, we're looking at this. Pretty foreboding. Definitely gonna get radon here shortly, it's just starting. So I'm gonna have to put the camera, gonna have to wrap it shortly. The camera is waterproof, but my lens is not, and neither is my sound recorder. Look at that cloud formation. So it's only a matter of time before the fireworks start. We've been working up where the trail's pretty much been washed out, and it's all but disappeared. So there's the Use Trail. This section I knew was going to be pretty difficult, a little bit of bushwhacking, but we did make it to the crossing point, which is a little challenging to find, but not too bad. And yeah, that's what we have to cross right there. And that'll put us to the other side. And then from there, things should progressively get easier as we get up above the tree line. But so far, fun time. We've only been rained on just a little bit. It's my turn now. So what do you guys think? That might have been the scariest one yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No? Not too bad though?
It was not too bad, but it was kind of sketchy.
A little sketchy.
Just that one part.
I was scared. You guys had me scared on that slippery rock, and it ended up being fine. Alright, so our luck with the rain finally ran out. We are holed up the upper part of this canyon, not too far from where we go up to the basin area, the first lake. So we're about 2 miles short of where we were intending to camp, but we got caught in a pretty good thunderstorm with rain and hail. And it was fine, but over time it really wasn't letting up, and our gear isn't really set up for extended periods of time in the rain. So we started getting cold and decided to pitch our tents, get warm and dry. So good spot here. We have a a river down there that we have to cross actually twice, two branches of it. And with all the rain this afternoon, the water's running pretty high. So we're just going to sit tight. And the weather forecast is supposed to clear up tomorrow. Now I'm so hopeful for that. And we've got a bit of an alternate route plan. We're still going to go up to the Bear Lakes Basin and over Feather Pass. But instead of continuing on off trail, once we get down into French Canyon, we'll take trails out over Paiute Pass and to the North Lake Trailhead. So that's the plan right now. A little bit of wrench, but not a big deal. We've just been relaxing a little bit in the tents here this afternoon and now evening. So gonna get started on evening, like dinner, etc. And hopefully tomorrow things will be cleared up. Getting some phone video since my camera is still fogged up from the rain. So we're just about ready to leave camp. Everything was wet this morning, so we all put on wet clothes. And first thing we get to do is cross a stream twice, and we're definitely going to get wet on that one. So, but still, ended up being a nice spot. We're just below Seven Gables there. It's the peak we saw in the distance yesterday, and I hiked it alongside up this canyon. So now we get to go down into the canyon, and then hike to the right, and then cut up a chute to the left. That'll bring us on the other side of this hill, or that, whatever that is, to Vee Lake, and should be really pretty. And then we'll continue on up into Bear Lakes Basin and over Feather Pass. So that's our day. And I also got in touch with my brother Jim. Looks like he's going to be able to pick us up tomorrow at the trailhead and bring us down to Bishop, because he's out camping with his daughter this weekend, and so it just worked out. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Check in later. All right, go ahead. Maybe, is it shallower to the right? To the right there, or no? Looks pretty deep to your left.
Yeah. This is, I mean, we're wet anyways.
There, that's the deep part. Then it gets shallower. All right, we're making our way up. Got to a really good point above the water, and so it's been some interesting off-trail stuff. We actually got off our route, which is okay. We were supposed to stay down by this lake down there, but it was pretty full. I don't know if there was opportunity, so we're just gonna traverse up here and intersect our route in the chute, which is just over that ridge. Okay, we had a bit of a detour. Came up the high shoulder of this ridge, and once we realized our mistake, we were trying to see if we can find a spot that would downclimb into this gully. You can barely see the center of the camera, but it was all cliffed, so we wasted probably at least 45 minutes doing that, and ended up having to go back down anyway. Hike through the lake and then up that gully, and came out into a whole new world up here. So there's Seven Gables that we've been seeing, and this entire basin here, the Seven Gables Lakes up there, and where we're going to be heading is up to Vee Lake, right there on the left side. Then we'll climb up. Once we get around that bend, we'll climb up to the next basin over. Should be an easier climb into Bear Lakes Basin. Just incredible up here. The off trail is slow and hard, but definitely worth it. Overlooking Vee Lake. About ready to say goodbye to that. And we're gonna head through this slot right behind Evan and Will over there into Bear Lakes Basin. Feather Pass is our next stop. Alright, we made it. Top of Feather Pass. 12,300 feet. It's our high point so far of the trip. And rained on us a little bit. Now we get to go down the other side here. Pretty amazing. We're going to get down before we get rained on again. Alright, so this is the gully down to the next lake that we're supposed to take. And yeah, it's pretty full of water, so this should make for a fun downswim in the water down to the next lake. Yeah, that was one of the tougher down climbs we've had. We would have come down here, but we didn't want to be in this snowbank because it's slanted too much. So we just did. We're almost down to the lake, and we just keep going down. We're making our way down this huge trail down into French Canyon, where we're going to turn right and in a couple miles hit the Paiute Pass Trail and turn left and start climbing. And once we do that, we'll be able safe to set up camp and hit the trailhead by 3 p.m. tomorrow. All right, after a day and a half, we are on the actual trail. So, what do you think, Evan?
I've got to be on the trail again, that's for sure. My feet hurt.
It was a good day. William, what do you think?
It was a good day.
Good day? Look at how pretty this is.
The view was worth it, though. I think it was pretty cool.
Look how pretty. Yeah, it was awesome.
Vee Lake might be a favorite. Vee Lake?
What's that?
Vee Lake is
Yeah.
probably a favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We were going to be up there, but we are done with the off trail until Landmark Hall, which is not really off trail. It's a use trail. But we're just going to get as far as we can. Down here, turning left onto the Paiute Pass Trail, and then get as far as we can.